The Bitcoin price is once again making new highs. Same old story. Gold looks like it's thinking about possibly what its next step is. And the S&P 500 is just prodding along, keep on going as it does, up and up and up and up. At what point does the market capitulate? This is the thing. At what point does someone pull the rug? At what point are the institutions or the people or the general public going to start getting fear, uncertainty and doubt whether or not this price can keep on going? At one point, this price has got to go down. The healthy thing for this price to do is to go down. So with that said, if you are new to Bitcoin, if you are new to the market, if you've just seen on the news or something that Bitcoin is breaking new highs on a daily basis and want to know whether you should or shouldn't get into the market, my name is David Thorne. I've been in the cryptocurrency world for about 2.5 years. I bought at the point where I shouldn't have bought, but luckily enough, I bought as the price went down and down and down, and now I am in profit. So I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I'm literally just a guy sat in front of a monitor, looking at red and green candles, talking into a microphone about my portfolio, about how and when I will invest my money or sell some of my assets to take profits. With that said, if you are interested in listening to what my thoughts are on the market today, then please feel free to sit back, put your feet up and listen and look at what my thoughts are. So with that said, my name is David Thorne and let's get started. So as per normal, we're going to look at the weekly chart and see how this is going. We can still see that we've got a mighty big green candle here in this week. And, you know, following on from the previous candle, and last week's last week's candle obviously had this big wick to the bottom, to the downside, but we only have this small wick here. So could this mean that this has got potential movement to go up even higher to 72, 74 or whatever? If we're talking about the US dollar, is it going to go to 80,000? Now, there's a couple of channels that I watch, and they are talking about possible capitulation coming in because of the moving of Bitcoin from the spot, from actual Bitcoin over to the different ETFs, and some of the Bitcoin that's on the ETFs has been moved over to Coinbase, and it needs to be sold so it can come back into the market so they can take profits on it. So this is the, you know, if any big institution is got to sell their Bitcoin for reasons, that is a sign of capitulation, that they've got to do it to make sure they don't lose any money. So is this going to happen today or tomorrow? And we're going to have to wait until 3:30 for this because this is an American company doing it. But as we see right now, the price of Bitcoin is still going on strong. Now, I wanted to sell some of my Bitcoin at 67,000, but that's just ludicrous because you can see that it's just going up and up and up and up. So I've moved my sell orders just that little bit higher, and I've spread some of them out as well, because if the price is absolutely explicitly going up even further, why sell right now? Just move it on, and I've moved them up to 68,000 right now because it's still close enough that we could hit 68,000 today. I mean, we're up 1,850 as I speak, and it's 10 o'clock. I normally do this video like pre 8 o'clock in the morning, but me and my wife decided to go to the gym this morning before she went to work. And so now I've pushed it off until 10 o'clock. So where do I think Bitcoin is going today? Well, by the looks of it, up. Where did it go yesterday? Well, it had this kind of indecisiveness yesterday. Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? And there was whatever it is that caused this. But these are the points that you've always got to be ready for. You've got to be ready for getting into the market and when the price goes down, and not panicking when the price goes down. This movement here from yesterday is tiny with regards to the movement that it's had already. I mean, look at, we go to the weekly, it didn't even change the weekly candle, you know. So you've got to take a step back and think, okay, this is just a short move. And look at this candle compared to this candle. It's nothing. It's a little baby compared to that. And but look at the amount of movement it's had to the upside already. I mean, it's horrendous. Now when you look at this candle, it's nothing. So the question is, if you are wanting to get into Bitcoin right now, when should you get in? Well, not at the top. If you are wanting to buy at the top, someone has got to be selling. And I've said this in every video, and this is the information that you have to understand. It's the most important information. It's the fundamentals. Now, trading is all about the fundamentals first. Okay. Technical analysis and all this other stuff is as a secondary thing, but the fundamentals are more important. And the fundamentals of economics are, when someone buys something, someone has to be selling something, right? So if you are buying something at the top, who is prospering from this? Who is profiting from this? The person selling it, right? And if that person selling it is not capitulating, the opposite of capitulating means they are in profit. Now, if that one person is capitulating, then you have to ask yourself why are you buying when someone else is capitulating? Surely you should be waiting for others to capitulate to make the price go down. What do they know that you don't know, right? These big institutions, these big banks, these big hedge fund managers or whatever, they pay lots of money to companies for their information, right? To have an insider, to know exactly what's happening on the market. Now, I am not that person, so I don't even assume to think that I do know this information or I can foresee this. But what I do know is that patience is the thing. Patience is the thing to go on. And just know, right, is the price going up? We have this amazing pattern recognition in our brain, right? We don't need AI. We have our own AI. We have our brains, which are way better than AI. Granted, they might not be as fast as AI sometimes, but an AI couldn't look at this in a split second and go, this is going up. It would take some time to do it. And our brains can do it effortlessly, right? Now we see here that the price is going up, right? This is a 1 minute chart. We see the price is going up. And the likelihood here is it's going to go up even further. So the point I'm trying to make here is that if you see that it's going up even further, right? Yes, if you want to get in short term and then get out again, that's not long-term investment. What I'm talking about here is long-term investment. And how am I looking at my investments? Well, I'm looking at my investments more on a monthly basis, right? This is all I care about. And this green line is kind of like my indicator. We can move it in any direction you want, right? If we put it through and try and find the mean price, then we should see, like, long term, I'm expecting in 2028 that the price to be like 83,000, yeah? Because at one point it's got to come up, got to come down, and it might come down and come back up again. So the question is how far? How far is this going to happen? So if you're looking to make money quickly, then take your money and put it into roulette, because you have a 50-50 chance of that, of winning roulette there, and you can keep doubling in. But that is called gambling. And I'm not about gambling. I'm not about putting my money into something where I think, oh, it's going to go up just because someone else said it is going to go up on the internet, right? Or someone, because there's a high likelihood that person has been paid to have that opinion, and them having that opinion, right, doesn't affect them. Now you need to know is what was the reason for them saying that? What was the reason they were on this television show? What was the reason they were writing this blog? Who were they writing it for? Why are they saying this? What are their ulterior motives in the background? Are they saying it just neutrally and they're not going to profit from it at all? Or are they? Is there a hidden reason? You know, I'm saying this stuff right now because I don't want you getting stung by people here that have manipulated you to buy it, and then suddenly the price drop massively, which it's going to drop massively. That is without a doubt. But is the price going to go back up in the future? Absolutely, right? But it's the timing when you get into the market. Now, the most profitable, richest people in the world, right, are the ones who are patient. They are not the ones who make irrational decisions. They make logical decisions and they ask themselves, is this correct? Can I wait any longer? Why do I want to get in now? Why shouldn't I get in now? What are the reasons for this? Just going, oh, it's a gut feeling, sometimes is okay. But there are some times where there's other people manipulating the situation to get you to trust your gut feeling, okay? And so this is why it's really important to sleep on it and think, okay, I'm going to wait. And if it goes up even higher, you've missed that train. It's fine. You've missed that bus. It doesn't matter. With Bitcoin, there'll be another one, right? Don't have fear of missing out. There will be another train. You might have to wait a month, 6 months or a year, but I promise you at one point the other train comes along and you can jump on there with way more experience and hopefully over time way more money saved, and probably get into the position with twice as much money for half the price. Do the mathematics on that. If you've now got twice as much money and it's costing half as much, how much better off are you going to be? Now, if you invest the money into something today and it drops by half, you are then going to be at a loss. And if you haven't saved any more money there to buy back in again when it went down, that is at a loss right now. Okay, so even putting a small portion in now and saying, okay, I'm going to put it in now, understanding that there's going to be a loss. If it goes down, I'm going to put more money in. And if it goes down, I'm going to put even more money in. And I'm going to put more money in. This is what's called dollar cost averaging. Now, it doesn't have to be the dollar, but the whole point is you need to invest in intervals and not care about their price, but just do it at a set interval all the time. Because Bitcoin long term, I'm talking about 12, 24 months, 36 months, always is in profit. Always is in profit, right? That's just how the world is. The price of inflation, or the inflation always goes up, right? Everything, all the pensions that you have or these things that you have, the government's always pricing a minimum of a 2 or a 2.5% inflation on the current prices of everything. So you know that all of the stocks are going to go up. Now, if there's a stock that you see that's gone down, it's because it doesn't have any value, right? It's not making anything of any value, and people have pulled their money out of it. Now, when you start seeing stocks that fly all the way up and it's a bubble and then they drop down really, really, really fast, that is called a bubble, right? Because it didn't have any value and a lot of people thought that it did, and it got to the top. And then when they actually said, what are you making? How are you going to make further profits in the future? How are you going to grow? They went, I don't know. So everyone just pulls their money out of it, capitulates, and it just drops as quick as a stone in the water, all right? Or quick as a stone in the air. It's even faster. So this is what you've got to understand, is that does Bitcoin have value? Yes, it does. It has a store of value, right? But we're not going to get into that right now. But the whole point is when you get in. So if you do have the patience, then wait, right? If you don't have the patience, then at least put it in small increments over time and keep doing it. Have the discipline to keep putting it in every single Monday or every single Friday or every single Sunday, but do it every single interval, right? If you can afford to do it once a week, do it once a week. If you can afford to do it once a month, do it once a month. But I would much advise, if you're going to do it once a month, split that money down into 4 and do it once a week, right? You will get a better average over long term. So don't panic. Don't panic just because the price is going up. Don't jump on this train, right? Sit back and wait for the next train. This what's going on here. You see, look, if we go back, this is now the 11th of March. We're on the 13th of March. Look, it went up really sharp like this did, and it went back down again, and it went back down about 50%. We can measure it if you want to. And we go up here and we see this, and you see, it came down. It came down more than 60%, right? It came down it came down about 65%. Now, if you were lucky enough to get your money back in here, then fine. But if you weren't, then you could have got it back in at 50% or 30%. So you could have got it at a 38% discount based upon this one move. So everything always comes back down again. When will this come back down again? Well, it's all relative. Look, if we look here, where's it likely to come back down to? 66,000, right? And then it will go back up again for sure, or it will come back down to here again to say 63,000. So just have a little bit of patience and wait for this to make a new high and then come down again to test what the lower limit of this is. Now, if it comes to here and then the market says, if it comes to here and the market says, no, this is not the lower limit, this is the lower limit. And if it starts coming back up again and says, hey, is this the upper limit? No, it's not. This is the upper limit, right? And then you know, I've bought in here at a really good discount now. So this is the way that you've got to start thinking, all right? Having patience, right? Don't panic. You need to have patience in this. And if you don't have patience, then go to the store and buy some patience, because it's really, really important. With that said, I just want to walk through and talk through the way that my mind is thinking. So at 68,000, I'm going to sell a very small portion of the Bitcoin that I bought in the past, back in 2021, right? And we did buy some more as the price dropped down. Let's just go back and have another look. I like transparency. We bought around about here, and then we bought again, and we bought again. And David, me, talking about myself in third person, I got doubt here and I didn't buy in any further, all right? It's my moment of idiocy where I didn't buy in. My wife still holds it against me, but it's all right. But at this point, I'm trying to get you to understand is that just have a little bit of patience, okay? And we are in the profit now, right? We are completely 100% in the profit, and we're in really good profit, actually, to be honest with you. And that's why I'm being really careful about when I take the money out now, because we waited for such long time. And if this price is going to keep going up, as far as I'm concerned, we could take the money out at, say, 64,000. We could take the money out at 61,000, or even we could take the money out at 57,000 here, and we would still be in profit, okay? So anything that above 57,000, we're in profit. So I haven't bought since 2021, and I don't intend to buy, but what I'm concerned about is when I sell and what point I sell. All the time that the banks or whoever are pushing this up, and it keeps going up with like idiocy and so on, overpriced, overbought product, I'm going to keep moving my sell order up. And yes, if the price starts dumping quickly, it's fine, right? I might look just like panic sell a little bit, but only a small bit. I definitely won't be selling everything, right? And when the price does come down, like in the event that I can sell all of what I've just shown you up here at the right price that I want to sell it at, and I can time it correctly, what we got here, we've got 16,000. This is most likely going to come down to 37,000 over the coming month or year. And I have enough patience to buy it back in there. I'm not going to panic buy. And between now and then, whichever time this is, my wife and I, we're going to keep saving our money to know at one point it's going to come down here. And we are definitely, when we wait to see where the bottom is of Tesla, right, we're definitely going to buy into Tesla, because at the moment 174 euros a share or dollars a share, we're going to buy a whole bunch of these. And I did have MicroStrategy shares, which as an idiot that I am, right, I sold them down. Well, I did have lots of profit in MicroStrategy, and I took out a little bit every single day as it was going up, like here. But then I got out of them after, I don't remember why, but I think I got out of it here or something. But I took a good amount of profits on that because I bought really low, and I just wish, if I'd have kept them in here, I'd have had like 8 times my money or something there. But hey, c'est la vie. These are the lessons that you have to learn, and I'm hoping that I can pass my experience on to you as well. All right. With that said, I just want to thank everyone for all of the support that you've been giving my channel over the past 7 or 8 days or whatever that I've been making these Bitcoin videos. I just do want to say is that I've noticed some scammers commenting on the videos, having like, oh, I think this product's really good. Oh, brilliant. How fantastic is that? Thanks for telling me. My friend heard about this. Just ignore them. I'm trying to delete them as they come along, but just don't get fooled into it. You'll see there's like about 10 or 15 comments all posted like literally one after the other within the space of a minute. Just don't I'm trying to delete them as fast as possible. But thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I will be making another video tomorrow. I'm on holiday on Monday, so I won't be making any videos next week. But let's just see how the price of Bitcoin goes today, and let's see how it goes at 3:30. I'm expecting the price to go up a little bit higher today, but I'm also expecting the price to come back down to say like 66,000 before it goes back up again. So maybe we'll see a dump today, or maybe we'll see a dump tomorrow. We'll see. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.